Welcome to North Carolina Weekend. I'm Deborah Holt. The martial art Jiu Jitsu is enjoying increased popularity here in the U.S., and every year people from all around the world come to Charlotte for the Jiu Jitsu World Cup. John Bolenbacher takes us to the action.
Welcome to the Jiu Jitsu World Cup in Charlotte. Once a year, grapplers from all over the country and world come here to compete in Jiu Jitsu and in submission fighting. So what exactly can you expect when you come to the World Cup? And what really happens on the mats? Well, it's probably easier for me to start off by showing you what you won't see. Jiu Jitsu is not a martial art that we usually think of when we think of martial arts.
It means like in accordance or the soft ways. The thing about Jiu Jitsu, you don't really have to ever do anything to anybody. You do what they do to you. So only if he comes at me will I bring him to another place. So it's not really an aggressive martial art. And really people don't get this at all. The whole thing is against the joints and the choke holds, things like this. They're more properly or better named as neck restraints. You can actually win from the bottom position. And so that really made it so much more realistic, you know.
Because Jiu Jitsu is one of the most realistic fighting styles, it's become the basis for sports like Ultimate Fighting. And it also presents less risk for injury than other martial arts.
You know, I enjoyed karate and all that stuff when I was younger. It's just I'm 33 years old. I don't want to get hit in the head every day when I go to the gym. And it's a beautiful technical art. You know, you see guys that wrestle and do judo, they're very fast and explosive. In Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, we don't rely a lot on strength and things like that. It's very technical. When you break down all the techniques, hip movement, wrist control, where exactly is your knee going, you know, cutting off angles and things like that. It's kind of like a sweet science, more so than boxing, I think.
Jiu Jitsu uses these joint and neck restraints like arm bars or choke holds to incapacitate an opponent. And that's how bouts are won at the World Cup.
Well, first of all, like the goal of these matches are for submission, i.e. I want to get my opponent to tap out. As soon as a submission or a tap out occurs, the match is over. If a match goes to the time limit without a submission, then there's a point scoring system involved in there.
On day 2 of the tournament, it goes beyond Jiu Jitsu, and the bouts open up to many fighting styles.
What's happening right now is submission grappling, which is not only just Jiu-Jitsu without the gi, but it's also more encompassing of other martial arts, including wrestling, sambo, your submission fighters that actually have the chance to come in and compete along with the Jiu-Jitsu.
You see a lot of wrestlers here that use their skills in here. You see judo guys come with their skills. You see Jiu-Jitsu guys solely here. But it's the true aspect of blending them all together that makes you the complete fighter, you know, to have everything. So if you grab me, I don't have but just a Jiu-Jitsu answer. I have the best answer that a wrestling will give me, or I have the best answer that judo will give me.
This mixing of fighting styles makes the matches at the World Cup as close as a fighting match without actually going to one. And there are some other distinct advantages.
People, I think, are interested in the ground fighting aspect, and as a sport, it's fun, it's a little bit more safer than mixed martial arts. You take out the strike and you add some rules. And really, if you come to an event like this, anybody can participate in it. You'll have like men, women, and children of all ages today, hundreds of them on the mat competing. You can see one of these types of events, you can see Jiu-Jitsu, and say like, hey, I want to do that. And it's very safe, and it's very family-oriented, and it's a lot of fun. But it's still very competitive, it's still a very tough sport.
Learning, it's amazing the different styles. Some people go with aggression, and other people are very calm and use a lot of skill. So it's remarkable the different way that people fight in the same sport.
I think it's a good event. You know, get to watch a lot of top grappling competition and a lot of the top guys in the sport locally and from across the country.
And all the fans of Ultimate Fighting will have something to talk about because the World Cup attracts some of the world's best submission grapplers, like Jeff Munson, who fought for the UFC heavyweight title.
You know, the nice thing about it is that you could be the UFC, you know, heavyweight champ or whatever, or you could be never have done it before. You could be in the same arena, wrestling on the same mat. You know, so it's kind of everyone's equal here. You know, there's no fans versus competitor. You know, everyone's, you know, part of it, so it's a good thing.
It's so much fun, good energy, excitement. When you see the guys, you see guys competing and they're just going, they're giving 100% with all they have, and it's like that's what you really get to feel, the emotion and the trueness that a person gives their whole life to a sport.
The Budweiser Jiu-Jitsu World Cup is taking place on January 12th and 13th at the Sugar Creek Event Center in Charlotte. For more information, log on to globalgrappling.com and click on the Jiu-Jitsu World Cup link.